Welcome to a brand new episode of the Metal Mad Podcast, and this is probably just going to be like a little bit of a quick episode because I haven't put up an episode in probably a couple weeks or so. I haven't posted up one in a while, so this is just kind of a quick episode just to get something up, on the channel, just something to kind of hold you over until the next actual review, which will probably be pretty soon, maybe Tuesday, probably, really, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. I'm going to try and kind of get back to my normal schedule, but yeah, so this is going to be a brand new episode of the Metal Man Podcast, and this is going to be the first episode to kind of utilize the new 15-minute time limit that I have to adhere to now. But like I said, this is going to be just a really quick episode, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long. And the episode I'm going to be doing today is going to be top 10 albums of 2014. Basically, going to be counting down my top 10 favorite albums of last year. And I'm kind of a little late on that, but, it's better late than never, I guess. And I've never really done a top 10 albums of yada yada year. So maybe if this goes over really well, or if I really feel like it, I'll do other years as well, But just wanted to talk about some of the albums that came out last year that I really enjoyed. So, first of all, I'm going to give a shout out to Chucky's Playground, really great place. We're constantly getting new members. I think we have currently 79 members. So we're getting up there. We're almost to 100. So we're getting pretty close. And we're just talking about all kinds of new topics and stuff like that. And where it's Chucky related or non-Chucky related, it's just a really great place to be with really great people. So definitely join up because it's really cool. And another shout out. I haven't done this in a while, but another podcast you have to check out is Movie Mayhem with Spanky and G. They're currently on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but still a great show. Otherwise, the last episode they did was the Goonies episode, which was really cool. It was really fun to hear them talk about that movie, and why, they love it so much. I haven't seen the Goonies yet. I have the DVD in my room, and I'll try to watch it very soon. I'm really kind of terrible when it comes to watching movies because I usually will play video games and stuff like that, kind of just hold it off, but definitely going to try and watch it. But anyway, just a really great show. Two of them have really great chemistry, so definitely check it out, because it's just so much fun to listen to. And now it's time for the main event. Top 10 albums of 2014. And this is going to be sort of a little bit of a quick explanation. I'm not going to go into a very long talk, but I'm just going to give you the list of albums and why I loved it. So here we go. Number 10, ACDC, Rock or Bust. And this one's really not that big a surprise, to be honest. Like, when you hear ACDC, you pretty much know what you're going to get. You're just going to get hard rock songs, 2, 3, 4 minutes at the most, and I would consider that both a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because you always have hope, and you'll always know that you know exactly what you want to get, and that's good. But at the same time, you also kind of wish that they would sort of experiment a little more, and I really like bands who aren't afraid to step out of the box, try something new. That's why I really like Metallica and Marilyn Manson. Metallica got a lot of flack for doing something else besides just pure thrash metal. But, you listen to some of those albums, and they have some really good stuff on there. Same with Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson, while he doesn't really go away from his industrial metal roots, he does try some new things every now and then, like Four Rusted Horses on High and the Low, and even the new album, The Pale Emperor. That's a really different sound from what he usually does. And while I'm not a huge fan of that album, I think it's a solid album. But I think it's really cool that he's able to step out of the shadow, step out of the box, and try something new. So I really like that. But anyway, the new ACDC album is pretty solid as well. Got some really good songs on there, like Emission Control, I think that's the name of it, and Rock or Bust. And just a really good, good little songs on there, like ACDC, you know what you want to get, you know. But it's a pretty solid album. Number 9, Slipknot 5, The Gray Chapter. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Slipknot, honestly. I wouldn't really go out of my way to listen to them. But from what I've heard, they're really good. Like the Subliminal Verses was pretty good as well. And so yeah, that and All Hope Is Lost was pretty good as well. So it seems like each album they do, it gets better and better, really. And this album was really good. It's the first album without Joey Jordison and Paul Gray. So a couple of the band members are lost, but the new band members are pretty solid as well. Joey Jordison was an awesome drummer. So yeah, and like 19, that's a really cool little intro. It doesn't really lead to anything, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And The Devil and I is also very awesome as well. Skeptic is pretty cool as well. Custer is amazing as well, has an amazing intro. The Negative One is also pretty cool. And if you got the CD version of it, you probably got a couple of hidden tracks, which is kind of weird in 2015 or 2014 rather. But yeah, it's just a really cool album. If you're looking for heavy metal at its finest, definitely check it out. Slipknot's one of the best modern bands around, I'd say. And while sometimes I think that their image is a little bit better than their actual music sometimes, it's pretty cool, pretty good. Number 8, Exodus, Blood In, Blood Out. This is a really good thrash metal album. You know, if you're looking for like just a straight away solid heavy metal album, you know, you're definitely going to find it. A lot of the songs are like 6 minutes or longer, which I really like. I really like some of those longer songs, you know what I mean. And they even have a song on here, I think it's called Salt the Wound or Salt in the Wound. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's just Salt the Wound. And it has Kirk Hammett of Metallica playing the guitar solo, and that's really interesting because Exodus was the band that Kirk Hammett started out in before he joined Metallica. So it's a really cool little thing to do. And it's just a really good thrash metal album. If you're like a hard metalhead and you're looking for a great thrash metal album, definitely check out Exodus. And I think it's the first album in a long time that has their original singer, so that's really cool as well. Number 7, Fozzie, Do You Want to Start a War? And this is a really cool one as well. You know, this is W Superstar Chris Jericho's band, and they're really good. I think each album that they do gets a lot better and better as time goes on. Stuff like Bad Tattoo and Lights Go Out are really good as well. Lights Go Out is sort of an experimental little track. Their cover ABBA's SOS is really interesting as well. So it's just a really great hard rock, heavy metal album. So definitely check it out. Number 6, Foo Fighters, Sonic Highways. This is a really good album. Foo Fighters is done by Dave Grohl, who was the drummer for Nirvana. And the Foo Fighters are a pretty solid rock band. Not every album, I think, they put out is good, but I think recently they've done a lot of great ones. So like their 2007 album was good as well. And I really don't know what their 2011 album was called. Like something Lights or something like that. I really don't remember. But this one's really cool. And this one's really cool because each song was recorded in a different part of the United States. And so they kind of travel across the country. And it's kind of like songs that are kind of written or recorded from those experiences in those states and cities. Like Something for Nothing was recorded in Chicago. Feast and the Famine was recorded around Washington, D.C. or in Virginia. A lot of those songs are really good. Just really awesome. I'd probably say it's Foo Fighters' best album, honestly. I really like it. Number 5, Primus. Primus and the Chocolate Factory with the Fungi Ensemble. Really great album. It's basically a reimagining of the songs from the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory back in 1971. And this is a really cool album. It's definitely a bit on the dark side. It's kind of creepy when you think about it, but some of the songs in Willy Wonka were already creepy to begin with, so this is kind of a natural progression. Primus has always been a really great band. They never really took themselves very seriously, and that's what I really like about them. They're not afraid to kind of be silly, but at the same time, they can also be pretty cool like this. So it's definitely a great album. Definitely check it out. Number 4, Overkill, White Devil Armory. And this is a great thrash metal band. Really liked their last one, The Electric Age, and that was a really great album. I think this might be a little bit better, actually. Each album they do, they get better and better, and just really great legendary band, so definitely check it out. Number 3, Ace Frehley, Space Invader. And this one is really cool. I think out of all the Kiss members that put out solo albums, I think Ace puts out the best solo albums. Because he really does try his best with them. And there's a lot of great songs on here, like Toys, and Give Me a Feeling, I think it's what it's called. And just really great rock songs like that. He also has a cover of Steve Miller Band's The Joker, which is pretty good. And it also has a 7-minute instrumental called Starship, which is interesting to say the least. So it's definitely pretty cool. Number 2, Weird Al Yankovic, Mandatory Fun. This is a really good album. I'm a huge Weird Al fan. This was his first album to get number 1 on the Billboard charts, which is really cool, really great honor. And a lot of the songs on there are really good. The parody of Fancy, parody of Happy called Tacky. Just all the parodies on here are really great as well. The originals are awesome as well. Just a really great, funny album. So definitely check it out, especially if you're a Weird Al fan. My favorite Weird Al album would probably be Straight Outta Hollywood, but this would be a really close second because this is a really good album. And my number 1 favorite album of 2014, Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. And this one was really good. And for the past, and their last album, Nostradamus, was a little experimental, definitely. And a lot of fans didn't really like that. I actually did really like that album. I like the fact that they stepped out of the box, like I was saying with ACDC. But, yeah, we were really looking forward to hearing a good old-fashioned traditional Judas Priest album, and they didn't disappoint. Secrets of the Dead is a really good mid-tempo song. It's probably my favorite track off it. March of the Damned is a really great song as well. Just a lot of great heavy metal songs. Crossfire is really good as well. So it has that bluesy kind of thing going on there. Just a really good traditional album. If you want a traditional heavy metal Judas Priest album, you're going to get it with this. Just a really great album. So if you haven't heard it, definitely check it out, especially if you're a heavy metal fan, especially if you're a Judas Priest fan. It's just an amazing album, and it's my favorite album of 2014. So that's all for the Mailman Podcast. I'll be back next week with an actual movie. I don't want to say exactly what it is. I want to keep it a surprise. But it's definitely a very funny movie. I'll say that. That's a hint. It's a comedy. So, and that's actually a Bill Murray comedy. So that's my hint for next week. So that's all from me, Metal Matt, and I'll see you all next time.